Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to the 33rd episode of Panorama to Use here, starring Dartford. So, it's October. We've played 2 months of football as of yet. If you haven't seen the last episode, fret not. We will go through the transfer roundup, we see who we've signed, and today we're taking our Arsenal. So, let's start with the transfers first. Then we look at the tactical setup. We look at the first games of the season and how we played. And then we'll go straight to the games, I guess. So let's go through the sales first, because there are quite a few sales. We've sold Thomas Holgin to Velez, and we've sold him for a loss, a pretty big loss if you ask me. But then again, it was necessary to just get him off the wage budget. He played fairly well for them starting the season, so hmm, maybe we can get some profit. We have a 20% profit clause for him, which would work if they manage to sell him for 1 million, for example. We sold Gragzik to Celtic because we got their first team goalkeeper. We'll talk about him in a sec, but probably you've seen him on the left-hand side. We sold him for short of 400 k pounds. Given the fact that we signed him on a free, it's a good piece of business. We get rid of his wage. We made some decent money on him, I guess. The biggest sale was, I think, Joe Knight, because this guy is not worth 2.5 mil. That's very clear. And we signed him on a free, so 2.5 mil for nothing, I think it makes sense. He was nowhere near a Premier League level. I don't think he's Championship level as well, but apparently Coventry are thinking the same thing because he barely played for them starting the season. Then we managed to loan Sam Curtis to Crew, Bradley Lennon to Dundee, Joshua Smith to Rotterdam. These are players that I want to sell, as is Portillo. Portillo is, I think, the most important one. He didn't really impress since coming from Guarani. We managed to loan him to Coventry. He never didn't really play that well for them. So, yeah, maybe we can sell him for a profit when he comes back. I mean, we can certainly make a profit of that 600,000. These three are young players. Jack Hudson to Preston for 1.5 million, rising up to 1.9. Again, this was a player that wasn't really featuring for us. He isn't really of Premier League quality. We made 5 times the money we spent on him, so again, a very nice piece of business for us. He played very well in League One. That's, I think, where his level is at. League One. And he was really playing in the Prem, a League One player playing in the Prem. He never scored anything last season. In the Championship, he was very good for us. But I think it's more because the squad was well rounded, so it really suited him a lot. Then we managed to make another sale, Jackson Naismith. We've gone and signed so many central defenders that this guy was becoming obsolete. Another allegedly League One player. I think he would be decent for Championship. But then again, he doesn't really impress in the Championship, does he? At Cardiff. We managed to make a huge profit of him, almost 10 times what we paid for him. So make of that what you will. I'm happy with the sale. We made some money. Admittedly, he's one of the weaker players in our team, so yeah, just wait until we sell more squad players and you'll really see some very good sales, I hope. On the signing front, we have a lot of new signings. We have Christian Perez, a deep lying playmaker. He is very good in this role. He can also slot in as a central defender if need be. It it won't be the need for that, but he looks very good. And we signed him for a little bit of potential. He only cost us 2.5 mil. Probably we can sell him for at least 10 mil. So in that regard, we might make a good piece of business. Moving forward, we've brought our boy back, Charlie Duar, former Chelsea youngster, Dartford loanee in the championship, in our first season in the championship. He went on a free to Celtic, and we managed to snap him up for, I mean, it's 6 million, right? He isn't really worth 6 million, but perfectionist personality, he's an upgrade on what we had last season. and it's one of my favorite players that we ever had. So I don't feel bad for signing him. I should feel bad, but we didn't find any other good goalkeeper, so it made sense just to sign him. I don't know. Leave it out in the comments. Maybe I'm stupid, but I love the guy. Vikos is, if I remember correctly, one of our starting center backs. No, the third center back. He's a Greek international. He came from Rangers. He started out at United, then moved on a free to Rangers. What's with Premier League clubs letting their youngsters go for free to Scottish clubs? But then again, he looks very good. I think he's more than suited to play a role for our campaign this season. He looks amazing. His attributes are very good. He's an upgrade on Naismith, and yep, all in all, I think it's a good piece of business. We finally got our man Andre Zete. I've been looking for him last season. We couldn't sign him because we reached our quota of young players under the age of 21 uh, from from foreign lands, exotic lands. Romania is not exotic, but you know what I mean. It's hot in here, so it's like the tropics of sorts. He's a very good playmaker. He's starting actually as our advanced playmaker over Areosa. I think he is a much better playmaker than Areosa, to be fair. You can see it here. I like his physicals a lot more. I like his dribbling a lot more. I like many things that Areosa lacks. Admittedly, Areosa has much better passing, but other than that, I think Zete is just much better and a much better option. Then we went on and signed Adopo from Genoa on a free. A new box-to-box midfielder, a very good player. Too bad he has a problem with passing because he cannot fucking pass to his squad mates. He only passes to opposing players, and when he passes to opposing players, they usually score. So yeah, not the most stellar of signings. He's 32. We needed some little bit of experience here and there. He played for Genoa for a number of years in the first league of Italy. He looks very good, in my opinion. But then again, he's 32. I don't know for how long we'll be able to play him. But again, he looks like an upgrade on what we already have. His mentals are very good, his physicals are good, his technicals are good. I'm really curious to see how he'll be performing. Next, we have Frank. Frank will be, I think he's our starting, yep, he's our starting deep lying playmaker. And I'm looking actually to transition this role to a defensive mid, but I'm still toying with the idea. Then again, he's a very good option to have there. His physicals are superb, his mentals are very good, his physicals are amazing, he's 15 passing, 13 marking, 15 tackling. I mean, he looks very good. A more what you call it, a more defensive minded player, but one that can slot in as a ball winning midfielder if we need to, as a central midfielder. He is versatile enough for our team. And yeah, off the back of it, he looks very good. I'm very happy with the signing. Next up, we have Sima. Sima is a free signing. We signed him from Montpellier. He is an inside forward on the left hand side. He looks again very good. His physicals kind of dropped. He's 31 because he's had a few injuries. I knew he was injury prone, but I said, hey, I've had injury prone players before on the save game. So what are the chances that he'll actually get injured? Well, I'm gonna tell you, they're pretty high because he got injured like crap. But I like his physicals. I like his some of his mentors, like his composure, his off the ball, and his general finishing and dribbling. It's something we lacked last season. He'll be playing on and off with Morelos, I think. A new striker was necessary, I think, for us. And I mean, we didn't sign a star striker as I've wanted, but we signed a striker that I think is somewhat upgrade on Machado, and is this guy, Lichun. He's playing as a complete forward. I think he's very suitable to the role, very strong, very good finishing, because the problem last season was that Machado couldn't score for shit. So I needed someone who is a little bit more clinical in front of the goal. We had 19 finishing, 15 composure, decent jumping reach. decent stamina, decent balance. He's really a jack of all trades, master of finishing only. But when you compare him to Machado, I think he is sort of an improvement. He's not as creative as Machado, but then again, this season I'm looking for a striker that can finish. We'll see. We'll see how he performs. He started out. He didn't start out very great, but I think he can only improve. Barbosa is actually the other center back starring alongside De Gea, and he came out of nothing. Out of a sudden, he was recommended by his agent from Peñarol. I debated whether to sign this guy or not, but he's 20 years old. He was 19 at that time, I believe. He is superb. Barring his composure, I think he's an amazing center back. His physicals are very good, his speed is good, his strength is good, his mentals are crazily high. You have what, four mental attributes for this role that are on 15. Again, barring his composure, which is pretty poor, but he can mark. We didn't have any defenders who could mark, and opposing players were finding space behind them. Hopefully, his marking, his tackling will just ensure that he can do a proper job. And to be fair, he started out pretty solidly, given the fact that he's a new signing in a sea of new signings. Then we have Raymond Baby. Then we have My Baby. My Baby is a very good youth prospect, 19 years old. I'm looking to loan him for the remainder of the season. He played. He has two caps for the French under 21 squad, which I think is amazing at this age. He cost us 4 million from Toulouse. Decided to take a punt on this one. I think we could be selling him for a profit down the years. I think he looks very good for 19. Now he's training with the first team squad. He's available for the under 18s. And all in all, he is a very good signing, a very good box to box midfielder. If he can improve a little bit, maybe via a loan spell, then I think he'll be just great for us. The last signing I made right before the episode started was Luca Militello, an Italian. He has one cap for the Italian under 21. He's 24, he's not young, but just look at him. His physicals, his mentals, his technicals, his when comparing him to Sousa, who is our starting left back, I think there's a lot of things to like about him, right? Just look at him for a second as a wing back on attack. I think he's a much bigger upgrade on Sosa. Sosa can do a lot more creatively, but as a wing back, I think Militello is just better. Maybe he doesn't have the acceleration that Sosa has, but he can jump. He has very good natural fitness, and that is mighty important. He has 16 work rate, which is quintessential for the role, in my opinion. He has very good positioning. He can do that defensive phase as well as the offensive phase. I think we struggled on this one. Well, I think we would have struggled with this one. Injured 2 to 3 weeks by lifting weights. Yeah, he injured himself 1 week at his new club because he was lifting weights. And he's a professional footballer, everybody. Congrats, Stefan. He'll be starting on the left hand side, not today. I wanted to give him a live com debut, but basically to do a live commentary with him on the pitch. But yeah, he didn't want that. He said, Gaffer, no. So this is our starting 11. We have Charlie Divar in goal. His substitute will be Arthur. I think there's a huge difference between them. Mentally and physically, Divar is much better. Maybe not as good as uh, goalkeeping per se or dealing with crosses. Then again, I think Duar is a step up, especially of course because of his mentors, his personality, his physicals, which are great. Too bad he isn't really improving in training. Starting as center back or star center back is De Gea. He's wanted by Cagliari. Man, I will sell you only to United or PSG or a huge team. He's considered a wonder kid, and I agree with that. He looks phenomenal for this level. He's our best center back by far and probably our best player, or the player I love the most. Barbosa is slotting alongside him, a very good option. Right-footed defender on the left-hand side, and Tehera is right-footed as well. Let's switch them up a little bit because the Hera can only play with the right foot, but Rosa can also play with the left foot, and I want that in my central defenders. That's something. That's a kind of an improvement. They play better, but of course, in the match engine, I never saw that happen. In real life, this is what you like, ideally. But then again, I'm very happy. Uh, Militao, right, regarding substitutes as center back, we have Vicos is one of them. I think he's a very good option to have off the bench. Maybe we look to sell him next season because I might bring on younger players that are much better. He used to be the starter before Barbosa was available. And yeah, I feel like I done him dirty. He looks very good himself, but at the end of the day, we need to win games and we need to find the best players we can. He's an unfortunate casualty of my transfer approaches this season. Gallagher, who was starting last season, has just been relegated to the fourth choice in the position. Again, I'm very sad about that because he played well for us last season. He is a good player, but at the end of the day, he's not stellar. He's not Premier League quality, I want to say. Probably we'll look to sell him in the summer when I bring more younger options. I've shown you Militello. Next up, we have Stewart on the right-hand side. He is very good. I mean, he will be starting as a right back. We had the option to sign somebody else during the transfer window. I chose not to because I think this guy has a lot to offer yet. He played 15 times for Northern Ireland. He played fairly decently last season. This season he started off very poorly, but then again he was injured starting the season. I think he can prove important for us if he steps up a little bit. As substitutes, we have Sosa, who has been unfortunately relegated to this role. He's wanted over there in the Emirates. I don't want to sell him in the Emirates. I think he can improve a lot. I think he can be great for us. I disagree that he's a leading championship player. I think he's a very good, I mean, he's a good Premier League player, but then again, what do I know? He played decently for us last season, nothing too stellar. He's played better this season, I've got to say so. He's improving. His physicals are just monstrous. His mentals really need some improvement, but other than that, I'm happy with the guy. And on the right hand side, we have where are you? Where are you? Where are you? We don't have anybody? No, we had one. Wait a sec. Oh, Ibarra. Man, I just was going towards him and didn't find him. Then again, a younger option on the right hand side. His value is very high. I think he's very good. He's our second strongest right back. Again, he looks very good. His physicals again are immense. Some of his mentals are very good. His technicals are decent. He's improving a lot. He played decently. He played poorly for us last season, but then again, he was 19. This season, he's 20. He's more of a prospect of sorts for us, so I'm not too phased by his performances. I think he is a very good option to have. Oh, talking is hard. Next up, we will be looking at the midfield position where Frank starts as a deep lying playmaker on defense with the option to moving him to a more defensive midfielder role later on in the season. Adopo is our box-to-box midfielder. He looks very good, and Zayte will be slotting in as an advanced playmaker. So I have a fully new midfield, right? But that was the problem we had. One of the biggest problems we had last season. I'm doing a lot of I should do a remix of those. The problem was that our midfield was poor. I mean, it was clearly poor. We managed to find some options for some of the guys. Wait a sec. On the transfer front, oh no, we only managed to loan McGran. TJ McGran was only loaned. Tried to sell him. Nobody came in for him, so had to loan him to Queen's Park for 300k. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. It's and an optional loan future fee of 1.6 mil. Hopefully, we'll be able to make him go away. Basically, that's the main idea. Now, let's look at the subs. Because the thing is, we didn't have a box-to-box midfielder. We didn't have a very good deep line playmaker. We only had a good advanced playmaker, which is Arauza, who now has been relegated to the bench. And I was singing this guy's praises a lot throughout the last season. Honestly, he is good. So don't get me wrong, he would be very good if he would be improving, but he's not improving at all. Even though he's resilient, he should have a positive mentality. But then again, he's not improving that much. Maybe he's a late bloomer. I have no fucking idea. If somebody comes right now and offers me 30 mil for him, I sell him. This is where I'm at right now. We have Zayte. Zayte is a much better option in my opinion, and yep, we'll see again. We have Ibarra, who not Ibarra, the other one, Perez, who will be slotting in as a substitute deep line playmaker. I think he's very good in the role. He will be sometimes playing as central defender if need be, but then again, as a deep line playmaker on defend, he looks decent. Next, we have Bodo, who was our starting deep line playmaker last season. I signed him for how much did I spend? 650k, and basically this is what I got. I got a 650k player. He's not the most stellar, he's not the greatest, but he can do a job for us. I'm possibly looking to selling him if he doesn't really improve. I have no idea what to do with Bodo. He's one of those players that I feel bad for just relegated to the not even the bench. Then again, it was necessary. Gleason is another of those. I love this guy. He's English. He's very good. Too bad he hasn't really played that well. He isn't really that great for us. If a team comes with some money, I will sell the guy. I don't think he can improve. He's 23 already, and yep, we'll see. I mean, he's resolute, so I like that. On the attacking front, we have Engura on the right hand side. He retains his slot in the first team. He's a very good player. Then again, he's probably our best attacking player that we have. Hopefully, he can put in some better performances than last year. Last year, he was mediocre. He was not very good. He was not poor. He was just mediocre. Starting this season, he has been trash. Hopefully, he can improve. Simao on the left hand side and Lee Chun as our main striker. Now, on the bench, we have Brooklyn, who last season was just amazing. He won, I think, Young Player of the Season or something like that by my fans. He played very well coming off the bench. I'm looking for the same this season, though he really hasn't delivered as of yet. We'll see. We'll see how he continues performing. Morales has been relegated to the bench. I actually rate him a little more than Brooklyn. He looks very good. His value is very high. He still lacks in dribbling, but it's a little better than 8. I I have to say. The only problem with the guy, so his physicals are monstrous. His technicals are good. His mentals are crap though. I think that is what's holding him back. Granted, he started the season a little better than the last one, but then again, it's not that hard, honestly. 6.5 from 34 games played, and he was a starter in those games. So yeah, we'll see. Next up, we have Machado. Machado relegated to the bench. He never really delivered that much for us last season. 10 goals in 37 games for a starting striker. Yeah, don't know how to feel about that. At least he played a little better this season, so hopefully he can just improve a little bit and maybe we can sell him for a profit. Seidi has been on loan throughout the last season. He comes to the fold this one. He's training with the first team. He's getting his, I don't know, a game here and there just for him to improve a little bit. He played 12 games for Shox. He played decently. He didn't start very great, good at us, very well at us, sorry. But at the end of the day, he is young. He's 20 years old. He's Senegalese. He's very good. He's improving. Oh, he's Sima's compatriot or connational. Huh. Things you'll have to see. He's improving a lot, and that's what I like about him. So I think he can be a great player for us, just given enough time, you know? And I think this is the squad. Augustine is really a backup player at this point. Unfortunately, there's nothing more I can do with him. He's not really Premier League quality. He's hit, I think, his potential, and he's basically hit his level. He's what? He would be very good for the championship, but for the Premier League, mm, don't don't know. He'll be playing though, so he'll still be playing a few games here and there. But at the end of the day, I don't think he's that great. Well, we've also transfer listed Kieran because with the coming of Militello, there's no reason for Kieran to be staying around, and we're trying to actively loan out Baby. We'll see if we manage to do any of those bits and pieces of business in January. Next, we'll be looking at the start of the season, which has been kind of meh. 1-1 against Newcastle. 0-0 draw against Leeds. So we started with two draws. I loved the draw against Newcastle because they're just that good. They have fucking Sandro fucking Tonali. The only problem I had with the game, they didn't create anything except the pen. We actually created a fair few chances that we missed. Yeah, it was one of those games. We could have gone away with the win, but at the end of the day, it was a fair result. With Leeds as well. I was expecting a win in this game. My attacking players never did anything though, so Chelsea 4-0. It's, I mean, they have Maximiliano Galli, this guy, and they have Shaquille Van Persie in the attack. There's really nothing I could do any longer. It's nothing I could do at all. His These players are just way above our levels. We unfortunately lost against Southampton in the Carabao Cup. Played a rotated squad, which fared very poorly. Then again, it's the Carabao Cup. I'm not overly concerned about that. We drew unfortunately with Norwich 1-1 by a goal by Engura. It was a poor result, a poor performance all around, and another winless game, which was made worse by the game against United. 2-0 for United. They were just better than us. I mean, better than us. They didn't create much, but when Mukoko plays against you, he just creates shit out of nothing. I don't think they play that well, but then again, they have Mukoko. He can single-handedly win games, as you've seen right here. Unfortunately, our players didn't really step up. We missed a few chances that we created. I think we created two or three huge chances that we've missed. It could have gone very differently had we scored those chances that were pretty big chances, and United at least missed one. Next up, we stepped up against West Ham. Lee Chun with the all-important goal that sealed the victory for us. Areosa getting sent off in the 84th minute was crap. He did a huge tackle from behind, basically murdering a player on the pitch. And yep, he was sent off. We still held on to the win. So first win of the season in September. Yay! Then we played Everton. 2-1 victory. Zete and Perez. Perez had to play because Adopo I have Adopo, right? Adopo was no, he was injured. He was injured for this game. 2-1 victory was very good. I don't know how to feel about my midfielder scoring, but it's a win. I don't care who scores. Next up is Arsenal. Let's put our big boy boots on and go into the game expecting, of course, a win, right? No. I'm not expecting anything from this game, but hopefully we could get a draw. I think we could get a draw if we play well. Then again, we'll see. Machado will have to start for this game. Complete forward is suitable for him. Uh, Other team news, Sosa has to start, and I mean, other than that, we have our strongest squad. So Let's go in the Arsenal game. We're only doing the Arsenal game because I've spent a lot of time talking about the squad and the previous results. On next episode, we'll be playing more games. So let's go. I'm just encouraging everybody to play well, and we're starting the game. As per usual, I just skipped the tunnel interview. My assistant is very good at handling the press, much better than me. Joe Rego with a free kick for him, and they miss. And I just spilled coffee on my. Perfect. They have a corner now. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about all these set pieces, but apparently it came to nothing. They're still on the attack. Saka, Barboza, very good clearance, my friend. Very good interception and clearance. Rice with the cross in, and Duar gets to it. It's strange to see Rice on the right hand side providing crosses, but hey, it's 2032, I think. Things change. Right. Rice, shot from distance, nothing happens. How old is Declan Rice? He's 33, oh my god, but he looks insanely good. They have a very good squad, holy crap. Bradley Barcola. I Barcola, I hated how Lyon sold him because I'm amongst a lot of teams that I actively follow, it's Lyon. And Barcola has been a youth prospect for some time for them. I didn't know why in FM he wasn't, because in real life he was very highly regarded by the uh, French fans, footballing coaches, and all that. And I don't know why he was regarded in FM. Oh, they're on the attack. Neves, Miss Dewar saves it. Holy crap, that was a huge chance for them. Because we cannot pass for shit. That's our biggest problem. We just do a few passes, then do crazy shit like that, passing directly into the opposition. Basically, we are the main assisters of these games, or of their goals, basically. Come on, he cannot be that free. It wasn't even an offside, but the Hera stood well, and he managed to stop Barcola right on his tracks. Okay, a corner dealt with. We spark a counter? I don't think so. No, but they hold on to the ball. It's Ramsdale in goal. Passes to Timber. Rego in the center of the midfield dribbles past one man, and they have Martinelli. Oh crap, he dribbled by Stewart. Back to Timber, back to Mazinho. Saka on the attack. What can you do, Sosa? Nothing. Tehera almost murders him. I thought it was a pan. Luckily, they hit the post. We have a free kick. Zete. Oh, very poor cross. It's been dealt with. But Sosa on the left hand side. What can you do? Frank to Sosa. Sosa to Zete. Zete opens up the play and very poor pass. Frank gets the ball back on the right hand side to Stewart. Stewart shoots and Ramsdale saves. He should have passed there. Why can't you pass? Everybody's a fucking hero in this squad, ain't them? Everybody's a fucking hero, ain't they? Too bad all of them miss. Now Timber with the throw in on the left hand side. Hmm. He gets the ball forward and misses. He tried to cut in and just. I don't know what he tried to do there, honestly. I have no fucking idea. Angura with the corner. Crosses it. Dealt with. Why did nobody go for the free ball? But Frank gets the ball back. Very good, Frank. He gets dispossessed quickly. And they are on the counter. Oh, come on, Sosa. And they score. They score. How the fuck does that go in? I don't know if it has to do with my players, but I think there's a shit with Football Manager here as well because Sosa should have gotten to that ball. It's impossible not to. And then with Stewart, it was poor positioning. But with Sosa, I think any player would have put their foot to the ball there. Rego oh, Martinelli scores another. Fuck it. Offside? Maybe? No way, no. No way. was going on here? This goal, yep, it was. Oh, come on, Frank. Why do you need to dribble? Oh, Sosa has been poor, but I have no one to bring on. Sima has been once again very poor. Let's bring on Morales. I think let's bring on Augustine. What could go wrong? And I think I have to take Stewart off for Ibarra as well. Let's encourage the players a little more. Let's move to attacking to get more players forward. And I think I have to go to my more attacking system, at least throughout the end of the game. Augustine dribbling forward. Whom do we sacrifice? Who can play as a striker, actually? I think Morales. Morales is a striker. Brooklyn comes in, and I think I have to sacrifice. Do I want to play Frank? I want to play Frank as the ball-winning midfielder because I think he's very suited to the role compared to Adopo. And yep, this is it basically. Do we do we do we put on Gleason? Let's put on Gleason for Zayde as well, who's been rather poor. Let's see what we can create. They have a corner. It's dealt with by Barbosa, but Ethan Noveri tries a shot from the distance, held by Duar. Now, Duar, long ball, falls to them. Inacio, their center back. Ibarra stays very well on his feet, gets the ball back. Engura, good pass to Augustine. Augustine holds onto the ball, very good first touch. Crosses it to Frank. Frank scores! What was Frank doing there? He's a bowling midfielder. I don't care. He scored. Holy crap, what a cross by Augustine. We're back into the game. Finally, a sound tactical decision from me. Well, all of my tactical decisions are sound. I'm a genius after all, right? Come on, guys. One more goal. We need only one more goal. Barcola on the left-hand side for them. Please don't score. Please don't score. If they score, João Neves. He and Barcola misses. No, Dewar saves it. Holy crap. It was a loose ball. Barcola fell to Barcola's foot and he just took the shot. But luckily for us, he missed. What? What can we? It's offside, ref. It was not offside, ref. Can you guys White? Ben White for them? Rice? I don't know. It's Ben White, but he's white. Both his name is White and he is white. Right. This is the highlight done. Another highlight. White to the ball. Saka. Saliba. Saliba to Inacio. Inacio tries a long ball to Ruiz. Ruiz manages to keep it inside the field. Okay. Can we do something again about Ruiz? I don't like him just prowling about. Now the ball falls to Gigic. Oh man, he looks amazing. Holy crap. He really looks amazing and he's a substitute for them. It's one of those chances that they get and I think we defended well. I think we defended well. I don't think I can blame the defense for this one. It was just I can blame someone. It's fucking Frank. Fucking Frank. Well, it's a hard loss, hard pill to swallow. I'll say that I'm far from pleased. Honestly, this was never a game we could have won or draw into. But the manner in which we lost, I think we were maybe good enough to scrap a draw somehow. Oh, fucking loss. Yeah, I think we'll be back in December, end of December or start of January. Maybe the Liverpool and Villa games will be very interesting to have. I think this is where we come back. Liverpool in this universe are very poor. They're in the 15th place, and I expect they'll be keeping on their form. So we are in 12th. Probably we'll just go as low as 15th. But then again, it's just how things are. Thank you everybody for joining. It's been very nice talking about the squad, the tactical setup, the signings we've made, the sales we've done. Um, what do you think? What do you make of the transfers? What do you think of the squad? And what do you think of our expectations for this season? I want a mid-table finish. We are kind of mid-table, but I want a little bit more because I feel like we've started very poorly this season. What do you guys think? Leave out a comment. Love you. Bye bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. See ya.